Welcome to the Advice Show, media of the common sense approach. So you have a middle school student that took a milk that was 65 cents. The police officer in the school accused him of stealing this milk that cost 65 cents, but yet he was supposed to get this milk for free because he's on the free lunch program. Now, he was charged with larceny. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Turk says what was a bad problem has only gotten worse. She just got a letter saying her son has to appear in juvenile court. He's being charged with larceny.
I mean, this is ridiculous. This is beyond. This is embarrassing. He's at home for 65 cents.
The charge stems from an incident at Graham Park Middle School May 10th. Her son Ryan went back to the lunch line to get his milk, and he says a Prince William County police officer accused him of stealing. Turns out the student is on the free lunch program and the milk should have been free. Police also say because the student broke the rules and became disorderly, the officer cuffed him. The middle schooler says he did pull back from the officer.
I yanked away from him. I told him to get off of me because you're not my dad.
His mother says he was taken to the principal's office and searched for drugs because the principal claimed he was acting inappropriately.
Because he was fidgety, he kept pulling on his strings of his pants and laughing when we were trying to talk to him and just refused to talk.
She says the school suspended her son for theft, for being disrespectful, and using his cell phone. In a statement, the Prince William County School spokesman told us, quote, "The need for disciplinary action is determined by how a student behaves throughout any given incident. An appeals process is in place to ensure the fairness of any disciplinary action." But his mother says the punishment doesn't seem to fit the crime. Police say the larceny charge is because he tried to, quote, conceal the milk, something the student denies, and his mom is fighting to both get him back in school and to keep him from having a juvenile record.
I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm mad. It went too far, and then they trying to charge my son. Well, they charging him with larceny, which I don't have no understanding to why they trying to charge him with larceny when he was entitled to that milk.
Now, this kid is going to go to trial in November because they wanted to try to put him in a program like he was guilty of stealing. But if you're on free lunch, the milk is already free. So what are you doing? See, this is why I've never been a fan of cops in schools, because every time these kids do something, they put in criminal charges on them. If anything, a child should be disciplined through the school, maybe a suspension, maybe some sort of on-campus suspension, but not criminal charges. They're putting something on this boy record. And we know as a black man, black woman, that when these people get you caught up in the system, this mess follows you all over the place, prevents you from getting jobs. What if this boy want to go to college and try to do better in his life? That can possibly harm him when he's trying to do something in college. I mean, this is stupid. This whole thing is stupid. And they're continuing to go to trial with this mess in November, when you know good and well this boy is on free lunch. See, this is the mess this system do to black people. You're always trying to mess with you. You won't leave you alone. And he say, well, the cop, you know, he was pulling away from the cop. He was upset. Well, most people would get upset if they're being accused of stealing and they're not stealing. They want to say, well, he tried to conceal it. He's on free lunch. What is he doing? He didn't steal anything. And this is not the first time that we heard of a child being charged with something criminal because something in school. We had a child right here in Texas that found $10 on the ground in school, went to pay for a lunch. They claimed that the $10 wasn't real. And, you know, the kid didn't even know this, and they wanted to charge him as well. Like he's some sort of criminal enterprise that's printing counterfeit money right here in school. I mean, this stuff is stupid. And we as parents allow this stuff. This is why more and more people are pulling their kids out of public school, putting them in private schools, or even homeschooling. You don't give the kids a proper education anyway. You lie to them. You tell them half truths. You don't give them the full history of this nation. You don't teach them right. I mean, you don't. I mean, our school system is horrible in America. That's why kids who go to private school and homeschool, that's why they come out faring a lot better. But this is also what you have to deal with. These cops running around schools, sometimes putting kids in chokeholds and spraying kids with pepper spray and doing all kind of stuff these cops are doing. All the stuff that we see in the street, we talk about with these police. And yet we got them running around schools, dealing with our kids every single day, militarized as they are, and the attitude of us versus them. I mean, this whole situation is just stupid. This shouldn't even be a situation, especially when they find out and say, oh, okay, he's on free lunch, then it should be okay. There's no justification for this at all. No justification. It's just you just trying to hurt somebody. That's all you're trying to do at the end of the day, because when you get this kind of information and you still want to go on, wanted to him to actually take like a guilty plea when he ain't doing anything to warrant a guilty plea. See, this is what they always want to do to black people. Always want to hurt your future. Let me know what you think about this story, because there's no way that this kid should be in this kind of problems, especially with free lunch. He didn't steal the doggone thing. Share the video. Let your friends and family know about this story on social media. Like the video if you like the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.